And a lot of people ask, well, what's behind inclusive sports and what does that mean? Well, you know, after 20 years of the ABA, we grew up in a house where disability was a normal part of our life. Our mother was deaf, and so our dad always taught us that whatever we do in life, make sure that it's inclusive and that everybody can be involved. So taking that philosophy, we developed a new sport game called BulletBall. And what's unique about it is that it is the only sport that we know of that allows for a level playing field so that somebody with a disability or in a wheelchair with no advantage or disadvantage can play against an able-bodied person and win. Eric Moore says, quote, "As a former Navy jet mechanic, I have traveled all over the world and have never seen anything like BulletBall. It's a type of game that takes 5 minutes to learn and a lifetime to master. When I was first introduced to the game at Access Chicago, I was hooked. The game has simple rules, but very quick pace, which made it a great deal of fun. I love the fact that I can compete with able-bodied players on a level playing field. So many other sports out there require special equipment to level the field. But this game, the able-bodied person can't weasel out of the loss by saying, 'I have never played sitting down,' or 'but you used a ramp.' I think that BulletBall is awesome for families that have a disabled person in the house because it can be played while sitting in a chair or standing. I recommend BulletBall to anyone able-bodied or not. I also like that you thought beyond just the game area by creating a device that helps players pick up fly-away balls. With the ball retriever wand, it was very easy. There's no unnecessary bending.
It's actually considerably more challenging than it looks. When we first went by, it was like, oh yeah, just hit the ball back and forth, no big deal. It's actually a lot harder than it would appear once you learn all the rules. And I would recommend this for anybody who has any difficulty moving, or if you're in a wheelchair playing against an actual able-bodied person. This is a nice level playing field.
All right. Thank you very much for this time.
Oh, my pleasure, man. This is a great game.
Get ready for the swimming thing down there with things on. Hey, no, that's so, you're hitting Sophia. How dare you? You didn't do that. Oh. Seriously?
I didn't get it.
Oh, you're serving now. Hang on.
This is first serve.
I'll wait until it's gone.
Oh, get it.
You can't catch
You're
it.
fine.
That's a good game here.
Hey, enjoy it.
Let me see you use that arm. Come on. Just use this arm. Okay? Let's focus on using this arm. No, let's use this arm. There you go. Let's focus on using that one.
Which means we're getting the right muscles.
All right.
Right, but Nick, my OT at my house.
Now, let's hit it with this arm, and then that arm, and then this arm, and that arm, okay? All right. Give each arm a chance. There you go.
Step on.
You think your OT did well? I think she did that.
Let me see you swing that over.
Stretch it. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Never done that. Yeah. That's what we're trying to see if we can get at.
Good. Good.
Stretching is good because it stretches
Good
the muscles,
job.
but we also want to see if those muscles turn on.
Let's use this arm. There you go. Good job. Good job. Wow. Good block. Good block.
For the category Good Games, the winner is Mark Griffin for his video entitled Inspirational Message. Is Mark here?
Yes, I am.
Mark
Yay.
is here.
Say, first of all, thank you so much for this award. I'm really excited to receive it and humbled. I think as we move into the 21st century, it's a challenge for us to think of new ways to bring the disabled and able. It's safe to say that the majority, if not all of our sports are adaptive. And as great as that is, and I think it's a wonderful thing that we take sports and we figure out ways to adapt them to those that are disabled. But the two communities still remain separated. When the sport is adaptive, all the wheelchair athletes still have to compete with each other. And all the able-bodied athletes still compete with each other. And so there remains that separation of the two communities. And I think we have to sometimes summon up the courage to think beyond that. And what we've tried to do with Inclusion Sports is come up with ideas and ways that a disabled person, so-called disabled person, as the actual champion of the world in that particular sport. And so that's our goal as an organization, is to come up with creative, new, bold ideas as we move into the 21st century that says, okay, these are sports, these are ideas that we can bring together to allow the two communities to compete, and may the best person win. And that's what we're about.
Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball. Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball. Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball. Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball.